According to alternative airlines, a wide-body aircraft has a wide body and has a capacity to carry a large number of passengers. These are some of the biggest planes ever built and are favorites for almost any aviation enthusiast. Since I first became an aviation enthusiast around 8 years ago, I have always dreamt of flying on a wide-body aircraft. Well, my dream has finally come true. Which aircraft did I fly? Stay tuned to find out. What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and welcome back to the Adventures of an AvGeek. Today we are on an adventure that has been much anticipated, and I'm excited to take you guys with me. I'm actually going away from my gate because I wanted to get to a spot where I was like, I don't know, just yeah, because it's like, I think it's just been so long since I've filmed for you guys, especially in a public space. So it's like, and when I was just walking to my gate, felt like, you know, really nervous, you know, filming amongst a bunch of people. So I'm here in a not so crowded space. In fact, I'm walking in a space that is away from my gate for a very special reason. And now I will turn around because I have something very important to tell you guys. So we are flying from Phoenix to Atlanta tonight, and we will also be flying from Atlanta to Phoenix on Friday, because today is today is Tuesday night at like 10 p.m. So we're flying to Atlanta Tuesday night tonight, and we're flying back to Phoenix on Friday night. But there is something very important that I haven't told you yet about the trip that we will be taking. Both of these flights that we will be taking are on Delta Airlines Boeing 767-400s. I am so excited because here's the thing. Around the age of 13 is when I first became super fascinated with aviation. And now I am about to, for the first time since I became an aviation geek like this, for the first time I will be flying on a wide body jet. So I didn't want to like ruin the surprise and like have like less excitement that I would have had if I had just gone to my gate and seen the plane and then like reported it back to you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys first and then look at the plane, and I'm excited, so excited to look at this plane. All right, so I went over to my gate and the plane wasn't there. The 767 wasn't there. I think it was probably an A321 that I saw over there. And granted, it's like 10:15 p.m. right now. Boarding for my flight doesn't even start until like 11:10, 11:09. So yeah, so now I'm in this restaurant called Santan where I've eaten before. Sorry, there's a there's a Prime Air Boeing 767 taxiing across. I can see it through the window. Anyways, there's this restaurant in Terminal 3 of Phoenix that I highly recommend that's called Santan. And it's got a really good salad that I ate here before, which I will eat again. I do have allergies. Gluten and dairy free is what I am, so I am able to make the necessary takeouts and substitutions that I need, so it's nice. By the way, since the last time I made a video with my face on it, I have gained a lot more subscribers, so I just want to say thank you for that. And to those of you who don't know me quite well, my name is Christian Glamad, and I am a student at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University studying aerospace engineering on the aeronautics track, and I have a deep love and passion for aviation that I am privileged to share with you guys all the time. So if you want more aviation content, subscribe to the channel. All right, so I just checked Flight Radar 24, and a Delta Airlines Boeing 767-400 is on approach, coming in from Atlanta, landing into Phoenix, and more than likely that will be the plane that will take us to Atlanta. So once it lands, I'll monitor its position and see if I can get a video of it taxiing. Alright, so we just ate, super stuffed, about 20 minutes before we board. I give that meal a solid 8 out of 10. So once I boarded and got settled in my seat on the aircraft, which was seat 36G, I got quickly into the in-flight entertainment system. And I definitely had to entertain myself during the boarding process because compared to the narrow-body aircraft that I'm used to flying, this aircraft that I was on had a lot more seats, 246 to be exact. So the boarding process was sure to be long. Fortunately, I entertained myself with an episode of The Amazing World of Gumball. Then once we taxied, I started a game of chess. Good morning from Atlanta. We have landed. It is 6:20 a.m. I believe. And as you guys see, this is the plane that we just took right here all the way from Phoenix to Atlanta, the Boeing 767-400ER. Super grateful to have flown on that plane. It was so comfortable and so relaxing. And I forgot to say it was so huge. So after I landed in Atlanta, I explored the airport for a little bit before settling down in a Dunkin' Donuts in Concourse A to work on my homework. I proceeded to then take a Lyft to my hotel around 11 a.m. and then I attended the conference, which was awesome, from Wednesday to the Friday that I was there. Then I flew back to Phoenix on Friday night on the Boeing 767 once again. How's that flight? I'll let you know. What's up guys, it's Christian here and welcome back to the Adventures of an AvGeek, where today we are in Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, ready to go back to Phoenix and then from Phoenix back to Prescott, where in Prescott I attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. So we have had a nice time in Atlanta for the National Society of Black Engineers annual conference. Got to talk to a lot of companies, make a lot of connections. It was very fun. Very useful. We just got Chipotle in the D gates and we'll now be heading to the E gates to eat it, and I'll tell you why. Alright, so when it was 4 p.m. the career fair ended and it was time for me to leave. So I went online on my map to look for a Chipotle nearby because I was very hungry to eat at before I went to the airport. And then I put in the search on Apple Maps and there's a Chipotle in the airport. So I ate the Chipotle in the D gates at the airport. That's where I went right after I went through security, was the D gates. But then I went to the E gates to enjoy my food because while exploring the other day, I found that in the E gates, they have a little cafeteria area that has very nice restaurants, a bar, and even a piano where I was just eating right now, and some guy went on the piano and he was cooking, and he's like cooking music that, like, I've never been to Central Park, but if I went, I would walk through with this type of music. That's the type of music that he's playing, and it's awesome. And I am super excited to board this flight because my last flight here to Atlanta was a red eye, so you couldn't really do much. You just had to dabble with the games and the music and go to sleep. But now, I'm about to watch a movie and listen to some music. Maybe also play some games. Who knows? Gonna get the full IFE, in-flight entertainment system experience. So while on the flight to Phoenix, I dabbled a little bit in the music that Delta had to offer and then watched a movie. Can you guess what it is? Let me know in the comments. Eventually we landed at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport around midnight local time. This concluded an unforgettable experience in which we got to fly the Boeing 767, not just once, but twice. And I have to admit, it took me quite a while to stop looking at this plane with fondness. I mean, I was just so grateful to fly on a wide body. This was amazing. Alright, so we have made it to Phoenix, where it is currently about midnight. It was a nice flight. I was gonna show you guys, it was so funny. I took a video of the, Warner Brothers introduction and was gonna be like, oh, guess what movie this is? And then I was gonna show, because I was watching the movie Tenet, and for what I watched of it, it was good, but I wanted to show you guys like the 747 crashing into the building that, had been, going viral all over Instagram. Like, they had to use a real plane instead of the CGI or whatever. But early into the movie, I just started falling asleep, not because the movie was bad, but because I have been so tired doing so many things in so few days. So I slept for a good 2 hours of the flight, but yeah, very smooth flight. We'll get back to y'all to tell y'all how the flight went and what I liked about it, and yeah. Alright, so before wrapping up this video, I would like to give my final thoughts for the Delta Airlines Boeing 767-400ER. For the two flights that I took from Phoenix to Atlanta and then back from Atlanta to Phoenix, here are my thoughts on the seat, entertainment, and the service. These three are the facets that will go into my review. So, for the seat, I would say that it's pretty comfortable. It's got an adjustable headrest, and it felt like extra cushion in the seating, which made it much more comfortable. There's also some extra recline than I'm used to on aircraft, and it also felt like it had more legroom and was wider than the narrow body aircraft that I'm used to flying. And that is something that I didn't know until I experienced a wide body aircraft and was told to me by the gentleman who sat next to me on my flight from Phoenix to Atlanta, is that because wide body aircraft have, more size, that you're able to have more comfort in terms of like the width of your seat, the legroom of your seat on a wide body aircraft. I will also post a video talking about the differences I noticed between flying on a wide body aircraft versus the narrow body aircraft that I'm used to flying most of the time. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you want to see that. And so as for the seat, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. As for the entertainment, oh my gosh, there is endless entertainment that Delta has when it comes to movies, TV series, games, music. There is a lot of variety and it's very good quality. So I could get lost in it for sure, but on both of my flights, sleep was a priority. So with all that said, I give the entertainment a 9 out of 10. Now for the service, it was good. I didn't have much interaction with the flight attendants, but for what I did, they were friendly and they helped me. Like on my first flight from Phoenix to Atlanta, I told my flight attendant, hey, I'm seated in 36G. And she was like, right, so, because like when you enter a 767, there's like, you enter in the door, there's an aisle right there, and then you gotta, there's like, it's 2 aisles, so it's like you're not used to that, right? So she was like, yeah, you go further down this way, and then you cut to the right, and then it's further down, you go there. So helped me with that. That was great. And on the second flight, they served complimentary headphones, so that was awesome. So with that said, I have to give the service an 8 out of 10. All right, so there's something important that you should know. Today is May 8th, I believe. I am that's when I'm recording this video. I took this trip, I flew out to Atlanta on March 19th and returned on the 22nd. And I waited until now, until I filmed this part of the video, because I wanted to do it with all of you watching. So I made a list of the different planes that I wanted to fly on as an aviation geek. These planes, I love them and I really want to fly on them one day, right? So guess what, guys? We get to add another plane to the list. We have flown on the Boeing 767. It is amazing to have added a plane, checked a plane off our bucket list. We will get to fly more in the future. And I just realized something. In the list of places that I want to travel to, I can check off Atlanta now. So super, 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 super grateful to have experienced this. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. See y'all in the future. Love y'all. Take care.